Guys, swear, I think this is gonna be the first show I'm probably not gonna be doing an intro today.
Okay.
I feel like so much has happened, and we all know it transpired in the last 2 days.
Yeah, said that.
Um,
Well, explain it just in case someone's listening to
um,
this like 10 years from now.
yeah. This episode, what on a day that was gonna be so celebratory, so like it's the Super Bowl preview special, and don't get me wrong, it still is, the but oh God, in what transpired, I feel like I'm just meandering around now. NBA legend Kobe Bryant was killed in a helicopter crash in California, and man, just it really shows that life and the things and the people you love can be taken away in an instant like
Yeah,
that.
doesn't matter who you are, doesn't how great you are, or what kind of status you have. Life is delicate and at times tragic, and we learned that yesterday. And our condolences to the Bryant family and the families of the other 7 people killed in the helicopter crash. Shocking. I mean, one of the greats, and
Some
it
could
was,
argue that he was the
no,
greatest.
yeah, but no matter how much money you have or whatever, this these kind of tragedies happen. It sucks, man. It sucks. I'm still in shock, and I'm no Lakers fan by any stretch of the
Like
imagination, but
I'm
I appreciate greatness for sure. I appreciate hard work and talent, and from what I know, Kobe, pretty good guy. Encouraged game of basketball. Did a lot of charity work. Loving, great family man, great father, and unfortunately his daughter, Gianna, was killed as well. And it was shocking, man. I don't know what you were doing when you found out, but
I was how I found out. I was in my room, just on my computer, on what I thought was going to be an uneventful Sunday, an
yeah,
uneventful end to an uneventful weekend. But then I was on Discord and I saw the news flowing in. First, I saw, like, oh my God, Kobe. Then I'm like, well, what about Kobe? And I'm like, oh, Kobe died. And I'm like, what? And then I checked other servers, and
yeah,
then I saw it came from TMZ, and I'm like, oh, it's TMZ. And then I googled it, and then I saw like every single it was flooded. The entire like Twitter nearly crashed
yeah,
from the news coming out of this legend being taken from us
yeah. I saw a lot of vague
way too
posts.
soon. Way too soon.
A lot of vague posts I saw, and I was like, all right, well, he can't be dead. I thought maybe I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened, but I figured it couldn't be good. Usually these things aren't when you see vague posts about one person in particular. But not that I thought he was invincible or anything, but I was just like, Kobe Bryant can't. I mean, what could have possibly befallen him? But and I didn't even know he had a helicopter. So or yeah, I mean, yeah,
It was Kobe Bryant,
I
man.
know.
You'd think he'd have a private helicopter.
I know, but I just I was like, what? I was like, all right, probably didn't get shot. Although we saw that David Ortiz almost got killed by a gunshot.
God, that
So
was.
these things could happen to anybody. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't around. I imagine I wasn't around when this happened to. Unfortunately, these aircraft accidents happen to a number of greats in our lifetime in our past. The ones that come to mind, Roberto Clemente was a huge, shocking one. He was doing charity work when his plane went down. Thurman Munson.
Thurman Munson was went down in his prime.
Yeah, before our times. And then I think about Corey Lytle from the Philadelphia Phillies was flying his own airplane, went into a building. I don't know if you remember that one. I remember that one.
Jose Fernandez.
Jose Fernandez, yeah, for sure.
In his prime, he was like, what, 25,
Yeah.
26?
Yeah, for sure.
And he just, like that.
Yeah.
Another one that comes to mind, I know this is a very unpopular sport, but Dale Earnhardt.
Oh, sure. Oh, no, it's a very popular sport, actually. NASCAR, very popular.
Like, I'm talking about nowadays, but
Yeah, I think people are still reeling from that one. It stinks when greats are taken.
Like in my mind, Kobe. I'm not gonna try and draw comparisons, but in my mind, the biggest sports death since Dale Earnhardt.
Oh yeah, I think you're right about that. Fourth leading scorer of all time. He was third until the night before
LeBron
he died. Before LeBron passed him the night before, and yeah, and well, I think this hits you even harder because he was superstar during your kind of lifetime.
I'm not a big fan of basketball.
Sure, but you can't ignore.
But I had to pay tribute.
I saw that.
Had to pay tribute.
I saw that. That's nice of you, man.
I wrote it out like last night. Like I found out in the middle of the day, and I thought, you know what? The moment I get to school, I'm gonna write 24 on one wrist, and I'm gonna write 8 on the other.
Yeah.
So, like even though I didn't really grow up, a school around here, Ranny.
Yeah.
Like I found out they did a purple and gold
like a
dress down.
Oh. Wow. So I mean, this impacts everybody. Whether you're in New Jersey or California or I imagine Russia. Everybody, you recognize one of the greatest of all time. So, it's just shocking. So, definitely paying tribute to that. And I think we've mentioned we're not the biggest of NBA basketball fans, but we're sports fans though. We love sports.
We're sports fans.
We love people who excel at sports. And if they're good guys, that makes it even better. So, and from everything I heard, he was a pretty good dude. So
yeah,
and 41. That's very young. So
he's younger than you.
He is younger. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. But yes, he is young. He is younger than me. But to me, he was larger than life. He's kind of an ageless legend.
He was basketball's version of Derek Jeter. In that time frame,
good comparison.
He was a class act. He had nothing but respect for the people around him. Like even in that little beef he had with Shaq, like oh my God, Shaq was in ruins about him dying like on.
Oh yeah, well they're teammates. They won
a dynasty together.
They won together. They played together.
One of the greatest dynasties in NBA history.
Absolutely.
Together. One of the greatest dynasties in sports history.
Absolutely. And speaking of Jeter, I don't know if you read, Jeter penned a very nice tribute to him today that you should check out. I can't remember what publication it was in. But I think basically he said, hey, when we were together, we didn't even talk about basketball. We talked about our families. We talked about pretty much anything but basketball. And, joke around. But mainly they talk about their families whenever they were together. And, how he was going to miss him and how he was just a great guy. So I was, shocking. And, hopefully we don't have to experience any more of these, these deaths. Hopefully. Yeah. So.
To have all the people to go that day, it had to be Kobe.
Yeah.
And his daughter and.
And the rest of the, there was a couple coaches that died.
He was one of Aaron Judge's baseball coaches.
Oh yeah, one of the
Orange County coaches.
I don't have his name, but if I find it during the show, I'll give him a shout for sure. But
anyways, I just wanted to give a quick tribute.
Yeah, that was good. The Sharpie tribute.
We've got a show to do, but
the Sharpie tribute is fitting, and that'll it's permanent marker, dude. But it'll be on there for a while.
It'll wash off. It's fine.
Let's see, and if it doesn't, then you're paying tribute to Kobe Bryant forever. So.
Believe me, it washes off. I've
Okay.
had Sharpie.
All right, I'm just
Oh,
making.
believe
I'm
me,
just,
do you know the stupid things I've done with Sharpie?
I have not. Do you want to tell a story? Sport? Are they sports related?
No, they're not sports. Anyway, we got a show to do.
Okay. All right.
We've got a show to do. I'm pretty sure Kobe would want us to.
To continue on with Cameron Woolley Show as we do every week.
All right.
With fire, with passion, and with our love of sports. Super Bowl preview. I don't know if you want to talk about anything beforehand. I'll let you take the floor though. This is the.
All right. So that time has come.
The moment we all wait for every
It's that
year.
time again.
It is.
The second greatest trophy in sports.
Yes.
The Lombardi Trophy. The time has come.
Yes. It's 54 years strong, everybody. In this.
54 years. Wow, it's really been that long.
It has.
And like a 10-year run of stopping using creative logos. Which is something I always kind of hated about the Super Bowl. Like, remember how every single year the logo would be different?
I remember, and now, yeah,
Every single year the logo would
yeah,
be...
I guess they just kind of got lazy. They definitely got.
Just look at an image of that.
Yeah, there's that was last year 53. It just LIII with the Lombardi Trophy. Not very creative.
Yeah.
And then here's one with Super Bowl logo history. Yeah, they got very low. They got very lazy. Ever since Super Bowl
44.
Ever since 44. Extremely whoever's getting paid to do these, and I know there's a company out there getting paid millions of dollars to do these logos. Not very creative. So I like this one. I think this is 44, where it's kind of like a 3D angle. That one's kind of cool.
I like that.
And 43 is pretty cool. And they used to incorporate the colors of the home stadium, I believe. It was it was cool. Yeah, now it's just kind of lazy, but what are you gonna do?
Ooh, they changed the font this year. Ooh, they changed
little
the
bit,
font.
a little bit.
Ooh, they kind of changed the font. Ooh, hold on.
A little bit. It's a little thicker. Well, they have more room to play with.
Yeah.
They have more room to play with. But they used to incorporate the city that they were playing in. It was a nice kind of dedication to the city that they invaded for the Super Bowl. This year, Miami, exciting city, but
probably like the God knows how many of time we've been in Miami.
Well,
for the
they have
Super Bowl,
the nice weather. It's going to be pretty nice there, weather-wise.
I think the last time they were down there was 41. Yeah, it was 41.
Yeah, I like what year?
Or it may have been 44. Let's not dwell on that for too long.
Yeah, I like the one when they played here at the Meadowlands, man. That was fun.
I wished it was Giants Jets that year.
That would
Imagine
have
how
been
perfect that would have been if it were Giants Jets in the Super
cool.
Bowl at MetLife.
Yeah, I would have been cool. Wasn't meant to be though, but yes.
I swear it's a big fat curse. Every single team, like whenever the home team in the Super Bowl is whatever stadium is hosting the Super Bowl, their team never plays in it.
Yeah.
For some reason, the team never plays in it.
It's a lot of pressure.
Really underrated Super Bowl logo, though, is the Super Bowl 21 logo with the rose. Because it was in the Rose Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Kind of, it looks retro now, but that's a good one. Yeah, I like that. I
like every single one up until 20 was like looked like it belonged on like a video game cover,
right?
On like an Atari cover.
Yeah, Atari, like an 8-bit, not even 8-bit, like 1-bit Atari cover.
1-bit Atari game. It looked like it belonged on a Football X Adventure.
Yeah, but it was a nice snapshot of the time. But somewhere around like Super Bowl, 20, they got better. They kicked it up a notch, and now they just look the same the last few years. I wish they would go back to more creative logos. But it's a good thing to point out though.
This and the Rocky movies are the
only
reason I know about Roman numerals.
Sorry, let me put these up on the screen for anybody watching.
Yeah.
So
and if you're listening on SoundCloud, I'm noticing a big difference in my SoundCloud numbers and my YouTube numbers.
Are they going up?
No, the YouTube numbers. No, they're around like 50 views lower than the SoundCloud numbers. If you're on SoundCloud, please do me a favor.
Okay.
Do us a favor. And just go on YouTube and look up The Cameron Woolley Show. You will find the big fat logo. The first thing you see is my big, extravagant logo that Ming so expertly made.
I did. Spent many hours on the. Yeah, I kick it up. It's a Cameron Woolley Show. I had to kick it up.
And you will see my videos. You will see my face. You will see Ming's face. You will see thumbnails of random things that happened, and it will stay. The thumbnails will stay random things that happened until I eventually get a software that makes me get thumbnails. But anyways, my main point, go on the goddamn YouTube channel.
And I am going there right now just so you can see what it looks like. There it is. Cameron
I've
Woolley
only
Show.
got 22 subs. Come on. My Derek Jeter video doesn't even have a...
Oh, sorry. I just subscribed. You have 23 now. Sorry. I think my shared universe account is subscribed, but my personal one has not.
Accounts.
But now I have. So
Yo, sub on all your accounts.
yeah.
Come on. The episode 49 only has 2 views.
Look at my cheesing face right here, like my crooked teeth. Yeah, but this is how much fun we have here on the Cameron Woolley Show, everybody.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, I have whole playlists.
I love it. I love it. All right, get on that, everybody. Just a
get
PSA.
on it.
Get on that.
Get on that.
Get on that. Yes.
Telling you, I want to make a living off of this in the future. You know what I gotta do to make a living? I gotta get YouTube viewership.
Absolutely.
Come on, man.
No, I understand.
Get on with it.
Get on there, everybody.
Get on with it.
Get on
Come
there.
on.
Yes.
You want to see more of the Cameron Woolley Show in the future? Well, make sure I don't have to work 20 hours a day. Make sure I'm able to put all of my effort into this instead of
actual work.
Yeah, instead of actual work.
All right, CBS Sports they made a list of 54 facts about the Super Bowl 54. I'm not reading all of them, but
Okay, let's do our own analysis.
Okay.
We're not copying off of an article.
All right,
We're better than those
Yes,
guys.
we are.
We're
Okay.
better than those guys.
okay, where do you want to start? 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right.
First time that these two have ever met in the Super Bowl.
The Letter Bowl.
The Letter
I
Bowl.
remember when I was
KC
young.
versus SF.
When I was young, like when I was like 3, and I would be like, or like 4 or 5, playing Madden 09, and then seeing like the logos. I'm like, ooh, KC, SF. I'm a 4-year-old Cameron. That looks cool. My God, it's
does
so
look cool.
funny. Like so funny. Their logos are kind of the exact same. It's scary.
Sure.
It's scary to see their logos like the same. Anyways, bring in competitor number 1 from the NFC. The unexpected team to come out on top in the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers, led by former Bill Belichick Padawan Jimmy Garoppolo.
That says a lot.
Wait, what's the score of the Pro Bowl? What was the score of the Pro Bowl?
Let's look it up because it was on the background.
Wow, 38. That actually kind of looked cool. Anyways, we don't give a shit about the Pro Bowl on here. That's stupid. All right, so our first contestant, the San Francisco 49ers, led by former Belichick Padawan Jimmy Garoppolo. And they have an interesting cast of characters. They have another man on the offense, George Kittle, the tight end, their big receiver, their Metal Mario, their man, their rock, carrying the football, catching the football, and just being a damn good tight end. And in the running back, the running game, you got Tevin Coleman, Raheem Mostert, Matt Breida. The trio, a 3-headed dragon, the King Ghidorah of running backs in the NFL, who have just torn through every single defense alive. And it's going to be tough to stop them. If you want to stop them, God bless you.
Good luck.
Because if you stop them, guess what? You got Jimmy Garoppolo throwing to George Kittle and other receiving threats like Deebo Samuel, Emmanuel Sanders. God, could you pull up the other wide receivers that for some reason I can't remember for the life of me?
Yes.
Kendrick Bourne.
Who was that?
Deontay.
Dante Pettis.
Dante Pettis. Just a very, very, very well-rounded cast of characters on that offense that have bulldozed through the league at a 13-3 record, the number 1 seed in the NFC, and they are rightfully here in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they bulldozed over everyone. They have a very, very strong team, balanced, running, quarterback, catching. Defense is good. They're going to be tough to beat.
Oh, that's not getting into the defense.
Okay.
Oh, the offense, the characters I just mentioned, that is nothing compared to this super monster of a defense. This defense that is just stupid. That is the only way I can describe it. Just stupid.
Stupid.
On the defensive line, you got guys like Eric Armstead, DeForest Buckner, D. Ford, Solomon Thomas, Anthony Zettel, Earl Mitchell, and how can you forget the kid from Ohio State, the little brother to another all-pro defensive end in San Diego, Nick Bosa. He has had one hell of a rookie year at the age of 22, and I do not have his stats in front of me right now because I did not prepare well.
That's okay.
For this week.
I can look them up.
A man who had 9 sacks, 1 interception, 47 tackles, 1 forced fumble. What a beast. And in the playoffs, he has only continued it, playing possibly his best football yet. In 2 games, he has 3 sacks. And just a force on that defensive line. And he's arguably been the main reason that the San Francisco 49ers defense has been so good. And that's not even getting to the other 2 layers of that ferocious defense. If you could back to the...
I can do that. Here you go.
Back to the other cast of characters. You got Quan Alexander, Dan Greenlaw, Elijah Lee, Mark... I'm not even going to try to pronounce that.
Ziocha.
Fred Warner, Azeez Al-Shire, and just a great linebacker core that is a hell of a lot better than the Giants the last 15 years, I'll tell you that much.
Unfortunately for you, yes.
Anyways, that's not talking about the Giants. We're not talking about the Giants anytime today. We're talking about good football teams.
We're talking about 2 teams that made the Super Bowl.
Talking about 2 teams actually have their shit together. Anyway, so on to that secondary. You have Jimmy Ward, Deontay Johnson, Emmanuel Mosley, DJ Reed Jr., and former NFC West rival, bounce-back All-Pro Richard Sherman, who has been in every single bit of what they wanted since he's come to San Francisco at 31 years old. A renaissance year from Richard Sherman. He is back to the shutdown man that he was in Seattle. The man who destroyed many a season in San Francisco only 5 years ago. And on the special teams, you've got old man kicker Robbie Gould, former Chicago Bear, former New York Giant. And because long snappers matter, I'm always a big fan of long snappers. If you could go back.
I can, yes.
Go back. We love long snappers here on the Cameron Woolley Show. Kyle Nelson, the long snapper for the San Francisco 49ers. Just what a team this is, and they are orchestrated. They're John Williams. They're Alan Silvestri. They're Tom Hanks in Polar Express. They're the man who brought it all together, Kyle Shanahan, who is one of 2 coaches in this game who has a chip on his shoulder. As many of people know, Kyle Shanahan was the offensive coordinator who flat out screwed Atlanta out of a Super Bowl, and effectively was a big part in their blown 25-point lead in Super Bowl 51.
We all remember it,
only
yes.
3 years ago. And just what a story he's been. It's no accident that his team's 13-3. Something happened at that head coaching position. He's done a great job.
Yep.
He's brought everyone here. Everybody is just popping. Everybody's just doing well. And part of that is because of Kyle Shanahan. But also, how can you forget the efforts of one GM, John Lynch, former all-pro safety? He knows what football is like. And he built this team. He built this defense. He built this offense. He built this special teams unit. And he built a 13-3 juggernaut. That is now playing for the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah, formidable team. Going to be tough to beat. But they're also playing a team that's very hot right now.
Bring in contestant number 2. The Kansas City Chiefs. God, it's been exactly 50 years since the other letter team is in the Super Bowl.
That's right, Super Bowl 4 against the Minnesota Vikings, everybody.
Len Dawson. Len effing Dawson was their quarterback. God, ain't that crazy? Just 50 years. 50 years. They are playing for their 2nd Super Bowl, while San Francisco is playing for their 6th.
Yes.
And
welcome back, Kansas City.
God, who the hell's
50 years. It was a long time coming, but you guys are back. In large part due to Mr. Patrick Mahomes.
Catch up Kermit right here. Patrick Mahomes. What a postseason he's had. If you could just focus in on that.
Absolutely. Huge comeback victories. Great regular season. And just, he's a playmaker. Gets things done.
Yeah. Out of college, he was seen as a boomer bust. Let's just say he was a big, fat boom. What a quarterback. What a quarterback. Yeah, so this year he threw 26 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and he was out for a quarter of the season. So that should just give you a bit of perspective as to what his numbers really were. A completion percentage of 65.9%. And if you could hone in on his postseason stats.
Oh, sure. Yep.
He has had a monstrous postseason. Just a fantastic playoffs. In 2 games, he has thrown for 615 yards, 8 touchdowns, no picks, and a passer rating of 131.5. Just what a quarterback. What a player he is. And ain't it just great we're finally seeing him play.
Blossom, play for a title.
Play for football's ultimate prize.
I think the no interceptions is impressive.
Yeah, the no interceptions is impressive.
Very impressive.
And as most people know, I am no stranger to seeing quarterbacks turn it on in the playoffs. For sure.
And they took down Houston even though they were down 24.
That's in part to Bill O'Brien being a total hack. So.
All right. We won't give Mahomes all the credit. We gotta give him some credit for.
Well, he threw 5 touchdowns.
He did
in that game. 5.
He did.
He threw 4 in the second quarter.
He did. They scored on 7 straight possessions, which
they ran out of touchdown fireworks.
They did. They ran out of touchdown fireworks. That's how many touchdowns they scored at Arrowhead Stadium. And then they took down a very hot Tennessee Titans team.
A very, very hot team, and they were down early in that. They were punched in the mouth.
They were, but they got back up and kept going.
And I was thinking, whoa, my God, the Titans are actually going to do it. But then the clock struck midnight. Patrick Mahomes turned it up. 294 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Just an amazing performance that we've seen from him so far in these playoffs, and he's only done it in 2 games.
Yeah.
And who knows what he's gonna do on Sunday.
I can't wait to see. I think all eyes are going to be on him. Can he handle the pressure? He's already handled the pressure, but this is the biggest stage right now.
Of course
so.
he can handle it. But we got to get to the other part of characters.
Okay.
Let's get to the men around him. I think LaShawn McCoy's hurt, if I'm not mistaken, but he's got another running back there. Has been more than serviceable. Damian Williams, who has been a perfectly fine bell cow to Patrick Mahomes' bazooka in these playoffs, in this entire season. I've just seen and heard nothing but good about Damian Williams throughout his entire career, and I have no problem with him. He's a good back. There's a reason that he's playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, for sure. And they're gonna need him. They're gonna need every weapon they can get in this game.
But we gotta get to the main course of this Chiefs offense.
Okay.
The receivers. Oh, good God, the receivers.
Who do you want to go to first?
Let's go Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
Superstar.
Hill.
What a stud he is. Tyreek Hill, even though, say what you want about him off the field, but on the field, he is a stud. In these playoffs, he has caught no touchdowns. He's had a shockingly quiet postseason, but at any time he can just turn it up, and he can turn it up big time. And he's a cheetah. He is a bona fide cheetah. He's just one thing you need to know about him, he is fast. He is just fast.
Speed kills, ladies and gentlemen. So Tyreek Hill.
Especially in this day and age, especially with a quarterback with an arm like Mahomes.
Yes.
Speed can and will kill. So onto his henchmen, his fellow bros, his battalion of buddies. The first man we're going to go to is Mecole Hardman, the rookie, another speed demon in this Chiefs offense, who flopped on my fantasy team.
Sorry.
But he has just been fantastic. In the playoffs, he hasn't really been much, but in the return game, I've heard nothing but good about him. And, of course, he is another deep threat that can just torch you at any time and will torch you at any time. If you are caught lacking, he will burn you.
Yeah, don't sleep on him, everybody.
And then on to another guy, Demarcus Robinson, who is a name I've heard. He's been solid. In the postseason, he hasn't gotten that big of a workload. Well, not a lot of the Chiefs receivers have gotten a big workload, but he's another guy that you got to worry about. He caught 4 touchdowns in the regular season. And then on to another Chiefs receiver. If you back out, you go down there.
There we go.
Another guy, Sammy Watkins, former Buffalo Bill, former LA Ram reject. He has turned it on in the playoffs. In 2 games, he has 190 yards and 1 touchdown. He was just fantastic in the AFC Championship game, especially 7 receptions, 114 yards, and a long touchdown. Just a fantastic postseason from Sammy Watkins. And if you're a Chiefs fan, if you're a Chiefs player, and especially if you're Watkins, you got to hope that he shows up and shows up big. And I got a feeling that he will.
I got a good feeling.
But he hasn't been the main receiver. He hasn't been the guy. You got to go to another position. a position that you don't normally see catching a lot of touchdowns. But when you're a guy like him, it's easy. Travis Kelce, hell of a postseason he's had so far. If you like in the regular season, he caught 1,200 yards, and in the playoffs, he's been a beast. 13 receptions, 164 yards, 3 touchdowns in 2 games. The game he really showed up in was the divisional round against the Texans. 10 receptions, 134.
Yeah, 3 touchdown receptions. 3.
He was a big part of that comeback against Houston and part of the reason why they're here today. Just a hell of a receiver, hell of a tight end, and just a great, great football player in general. But that's only one side of the ball. What you've got to do now is you got to go to the defense. Defense. It's a mix of young bucks and a few really old men.
Terrell Suggs, 37 years young.
He's been solid. Frank Clark, 26 years old. We went over that trade on this show. He's been good. Chris Jones, he's been arguably the big guy on that defensive line. Some other guys that you may know are Xavier Williams and Darren Lee. Darren Lee is more of a linebacker, but we're going on to the linebacker core now. Darren Lee. I don't know any. Anthony Hitchens. Oh, God.
There you go. Sorry, I'm pulling up the roster here.
Darren Lee, Anthony Hitchens, Damon Harris, Dorian O'Daniel. But what really the interesting part of this Chiefs team is their secondary. Brashad Breeland, Morris Claiborne, Rashad Fenton, Kendall Fuller, and playing the best football of his career, the Honey Badger in his prime, Tyrann Mathieu. He's playing the best football of his life, and he is the man on that Chiefs defense. He's been great in the regular season. He's been great in the postseason. 3 passes defended in 2 games. Not a lot of people are throwing to him. But Tyrann Mathieu, he's been, what I've heard, he's been great. He's been nothing short of spectacular, and honestly, I buy it. Hey, his team's in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Something's got to be right. But that isn't even. Although I got to mention their long snapper, James Winchester.
James Winchester.
Shout out to the long snappers. Shout out to all the long snappers out there.
You guys have a tough job, underappreciated. We appreciate you here at the Cameron Woolley Show.
We appreciate long snappers here at the Shared Universe Podcast Studio.
That's right. And the
we
Cameron Woolley Show.
Appreciate long snappers.
Absolutely.
But of all those guys, that isn't even the most interesting part of this Chiefs team. And you know where I'm going.
I know where you're going, so say your piece right here, officially.
The man that I've made fun of.
All year, for the last 2 years.
For the last 2 years. For the last year.
Last year, I'm sorry.
For the last year on the show.
Yes.
And for 16 years in my life.
Yes.
Andy Reid is in the Super Bowl.
Yes. What could this mean? What's the outcome here?
Although, let's not get into outcomes yet.
All right. What are the implications here then?
Andy Reid has been a coach that I've been very hard on. I've been very hard on him, and I've been very hard on the teams he's held.
Sure.
Like the reason why I picked the Titans to win the AFC Championship was because my X factor was Andy Reid.
Call it the Andy Reid factor.
I said Andy Reid can't win big games, and will be proven that on Sunday. We will know whether I'm God, think about it. It's really, really kind of go into it. If you think about it, ever since 2016, ever since the year of the choke, we have seen the Eagles title drought ended. We have seen, or ever since, or going back to 2016, we have seen the Cubs title drought end.
Yes, we have.
We have seen the Eagles title drought end.
Yes, we have.
We have seen the Astros title drought end, even though
Asterisk, but yes.
yeah, with an asterisk. I'm gonna put my ring finger half up for that. And we have seen the Capitals drought end, and we have seen the Blues drought end.
Mm-hmm.
So, for years, narratives have been smashed. Narratives have been broken. Hell, how can I forget the Toronto Raptors?
Of course.
They won. And it's just been narratives being smashed left and right, and it would just be fitting. Wouldn't it just be fitting if the Walrus, the choking Walrus, ended up winning a Super Bowl?
The choking Walrus?
Well, am I wrong?
You're not wrong. It's a good...
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong at all. That's just funny. That's a good nickname.
Look at him. Look at his mustache. He's a walrus.
All right, we'll pull up a photo up here for reference, ladies and gentlemen, so you can see him. Here we go. The choking walrus, everybody. There he is. He does look like a walrus. That's pretty funny.
Oh, God.
Well, has he learned?
We will see.
The biggest stage.
We will see.
Okay.
I will get into variables and X factors once we actually get to that stage of the picking, which is honestly what everyone wants to see.
Of course.
So, yeah, Andy Reid, bona fide Hall of Fame coach, in my opinion. But he still has that choking label.
Yes.
Well, no matter what, both coaches have chips on their shoulder.
Right. They have that black cloud hanging above them.
While meanwhile, Kyle Shanahan is maybe like a small plate of nachos on his shoulder.
Instead of a chip, it's a plate of nachos. It's a whole plate of nachos.
God, I could go for nachos.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, why'd you have to bring that up? It's
So,
all right,
like,
save for the Super Bowl. You have as many nachos as you want.
And meanwhile, Andy Reid, he has to carry over the years, he has to carry like 20 large bags of Tostitos.
Sure, he's got the nachos Belgrande piled up on his head and his shoulder.
God, for the last 20 years. God, it's been a ride with old fat ass and.
But this is what is the beauty of sports but redemption?
Redemption, big time redemption.
Yes.
Whatever coach wins, we're getting a redemption.
Sure. So with that in mind, where do you want to go to next on this analysis?
I don't know if I'd actually like to take a deeper dive into the conference championship games.
Okay, sure.
Because we kind of glossed over them. Because last week we glossed over them because I really wanted to save it for today.
Well, we had a lot to talk about last week. So let's see.
Yeah, if you could just go down there, we've got. Just look up NFL Conference Championship.
Got it.
Ooh, God, now I'm hungry. I'm starving. Yo, once I get home, I am gonna.
You're gonna crush some nachos.
No, I don't have any shredded cheese.
Oh no, well, somebody should have gotten those. Hang on, I'm just trying. This is easier. pull up,
Google image.
We'll pull up the scores here.
NFL, Yahoo Sports.
We'll pull up the scores schedule. All right, here we go.
Do I never notice that you were using Yahoo Sports?
Oh yeah, they're solid. All right, where do you want to start?
Let's start with the Chiefs, the AFC side.
Okay.
I just want to take kind of a deeper dive into this.
Okay.
You know, I didn't go deep enough into it. I didn't go.
All right, we had a lot to talk about last week, so it's fine. How? Go for it though.
All right, so I think I went over the numbers last week.
We did.
But for reference, the Chiefs beat the Titans 35-24. They were down by 10 early, and they came back.
Yeah, Kansas City came pretty much roaring back and never looked back.
Yeah, Mahomes he had some end of the first quarter catch up on his steak. Like catch up on steak. That doesn't sound like a.
If you did that in Texas, you would get killed for it. Let's just put it that way.
Oh well, you can get killed for doing a lot of things in Texas.
Sure.
Let's be
everyone's packing down there, but yes, but that's that's a shootable offense down in Texas. Do not put ketchup on your steak in public down there.
God, imagine if everybody packed heat around here. like everywhere on the parkway.
No.
Everywhere on the parkway. I have seen drivers around here
they're very angry. They're very, very angry.
People in general around here are very angry. Look at me.
Sure. You're not even driving yet, so or are you? I don't even know.
I'm turning 16 in like 6 weeks.
Oh, all right. Well, you'll be driving soon.
Yeah, I got
Fortunately, the only thing you have is a light gun, possibly from a Nintendo, but or not.
I have a zapper in my room.
All right, okay.
Anytime I'm on the road, I go pull that out of my glove bag, like ding, ding,
Right.
ding, ding, ding. Although one weapon I am very skilled with is a toy lightsaber.
Of course. Of which we have 3 of them in here, so watch out.
I'm not waving those around. I'm not waving those collector's items around.
They can take a beating, but
oh no, don't get me wrong. They can take a beating.
They can take a beating.
All I'm saying is I will kick anyone's ass in a
Right.
lightsaber duel. Yeah, if you see me wave a lightsaber around, you'd be convinced I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. You'd be convinced.
Okay, you're more Obi-Wan than say the Star Wars kid. Okay.
The Star Wars kid.
I love the Star Wars kid. That's more me.
Wait, who's the Star Wars?
You know the
kid?
one. He's swinging around a broom, he had a fake backdrop, and the tape got leaked and it went viral. You never saw the Star Wars kid video?
No, I've never seen that.
Let me see if I can find it while
Oh
you.
my God, dude. This is perfect time to kill. While we're waiting for the Super Bowl picks.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see how many views this had. It's got to be in the millions at this point. 35 million views, everybody. And
ooh, man.
Yeah, there's just a video of a kid. He was I gotta go press the ad. Come on.
We don't
need to see the ad.
Come on.
We're not shilling for whatever ad this is, because they ain't paying us. So.
Yeah, they ain't paying us. Say if any people want to advertise for us.
Here you go.
Call me.
It's a Star Wars kid. He's swinging around, almost hits himself in the face. You know what? You can laugh at him all you want, but look at that passion. Look at that heart. Maybe he doesn't have the training of, say, a Ray Park, played Darth Maul, but he's swinging this thing around like.
Although, the lightsaber combat, I am the only. I can't do Darth Maul lightsaber. I can't swing around the lightsaber like that.
But watch
I can't swing around the lightsaber that looks like that.
Yeah, but watch this part. He hits the backdrop and he almost falls down. But yeah, it's and he keeps going too, which is all right. Take 3, yeah. Look at that, Pat. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. Just, a little more training to throw him in a Star Wars movie, man. Yeah. And he keeps going. There's one part where he hits the backdrop and it almost falls down. But yeah, this went viral. Jeez, man. 2006. So this is a 14-year-old video. But there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
The Star Wars kid. I think there's one more. He keeps going.
Okay, first of all, he's not holding that well.
Oh no! Well, here he hits the backdrop. He almost falls down. He almost fell down. Yeah. Gotta love him though. Yeah, somebody did put it to the Duel of the Fates music, and
in my personal opinion, Duel of the Fates is the best piece of music in any movie ever.
It's the only good thing that came out of the Phantom Menace, but yeah.
Darth Maul. I don't know why I don't know why everybody like hates the prequels. So like I remember watching The Last Jedi.
Bad.
Like The Last Jedi makes those movies.
It does.
They make those movies look better.
Right. Oh, absolutely, it does. Yes.
The one prequel movie, like I'm not gonna say they were good per se. They were entertaining. They kept me interested.
Sure.
Like they were interesting movie. They had an overarching story. They had an outline. Like I don't know if people at Disney know what a story outline is for Star Wars anymore.
No, they don't. Just kind of throw. Let's do this. Let's throw it all in there. Yes.
It's
like a blender.
Is give it to one director, and then it's like, okay, you have the job of establishing these characters, giving them potential conflicts and arcs that could be explored. But then we're going to give it to another director who, like, actually, I've heard Rian Johnson, aside from Star Wars, actually made really good movies.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Knives Out. Sure.
Well, Knives Out had Captain America and James Bond in it. So, I don't know if you can really mess that up. But again, Last Jedi had Mark Hamill. So,
sure.
We give it to another guy. They're going to potentially destroy everything you set up, which, oh my God, actually happened. And then we're going to give it. We were planning to have a different director for episode 9. But episode 8 was such a dumpster fire, horrible hellscape of a movie that they just ended up giving it back to the same director that did episode 7. And it was like, here, fix it. It's like J.J. Abrams, if it's one thing he knows how to do, it's make a safe movie.
Yes.
But in the process, he ended up
entertaining too.
But in the process, he ended up killing the character arc of arguably the most important character of the entire saga. Which that's a whole rant for another time.
Sure, that's another podcast. But all right, back to football.
Back to football. Yes. Yeah, but any opportunity we have to talk Star Wars. We're both massive nerds.
Huge nerds.
Like, we're nerds that talk about sports, I swear. Like, he's literally a short Asian version of me.
Pretty much, yes.
He's mini me.
I am, yes. But yeah, Kansas City, we saw all their weapons come out.
I said
two huge comeback victories.
I said they looked off. Like I said it before the divisional round. I said, the Chiefs are kind of looked off. I don't know what it is. They're just a little off.
They didn't look off anymore.
And then, but dude, that's what happens when you have a quarterback that turns it on sure. in the playoffs. That's what happens when you have a quarterback of that playing at that level. That's what happens. And, oh, God, just what a team they are. What a team. Both teams, both spirited competitors.
Yeah, San Francisco took care of Green Bay rather easily. So
yeah, but again,
and they rolled over the Vikings too. So
they it's funny, like the 49ers beat the NFC North, and the Chiefs beat the AFC South.
Yes.
I just thought that was funny. I just wanted to throw that out
It's very
there.
telling for sure.
I just wanted to throw that out there. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's time to get to the part you've all been waiting for.
Yes. Overall predictions, everybody. We'll go
The
scores, everything.
line right now is the Chiefs. Okay, could you scroll down to the line?
Yes.
The line is the Chiefs are favored by 1.5 points. The line for the Chiefs is 120.
Yeah, over under 54.5 points.
The over under 54.5. Okay, let's start
I-
with the over under.
Okay. I would go with the over. I don't know what and we'll get to final score predictions perhaps. I have mine, but I think 54.5 actually sounds pretty low.
To be honest,
But you tell me what you think.
dude. I gotta go with the over.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. Like I see these two Patrick Mahomes, just Patrick Mahomes. How can I not take the over when Patrick Mahomes is the quarterback?
Right.
And also that 49er rushing attack, just a beastly unit. Just a great just a great unit.
Yeah, they did some damage this year.
Just an absolute unit, that 49er rushing attack. And the Chiefs, to Mahomes, just Patrick Mahomes. Like, I have, like, that is all that needs to be said about the Chiefs and how their offense is going to have an effect in this game.
Yeah, the QB stat-wise are almost neck and neck.
Well, the thing is, Garoppolo played a whole season, and Mahomes missed, like, 4 games.
He did, and Mahomes more almost as many touchdowns. He's only
Yeah.
one behind in the touchdown department. He's thrown for just a few more yards, but yeah. But we know the Mahomes, man. He's got I don't want to call it an X factor or maybe like some super soldier serum or something,
yeah,
man.
he's got something. He's
Yeah.
got that Captain America serum.
Yeah.
Like that. His ability is so inexplicable for a quarterback. Like, it is just one of the best. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. He's going to be an all-time great.
Yeah, it's going to come into play unless they can neutralize him somehow.
Hey, if it's any defense I can neutralize him, it's the San Francisco defense.
Right. So I'm sure they're pouring over game tape, coming up with strategies to make him ineffective.
Hey, they had 2 weeks to prepare for
That's
him.
right. This is how they're going to win the game, though. But can Mahomes be stopped? That's what we're going to see this week.
All right. It's Mahomes versus the Padawan. It's the unstoppable force versus the immovable object.
Yes.
KC versus SF. Into the arena they go. Who will be on top? Mang, I'm putting you on the spot. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with Kansas City. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be not a super high scoring game, but it's going to definitely going with the over. I'm predicting Kansas City 38, San Francisco 35. I believe as the minutes tick down, Kansas City will have possession. They will drive down the field, and they will kick that winning field goal. That is my prediction.
Huh.
Now, I'm
do you
not.
have your pick for Super Bowl MVP?
Oh, I'm Patrick Mahomes. I'm going Mahomes, man. Yeah, easily.
All right.
Cameron Woolley.
I gotta go to San Francisco.
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I respect that decision.
That defensive line
Okay.
is that defense in general is just murder.
Okay. So you
That
think,
defense is brutal.
All right. So they think their coverage is gonna be good. They're gonna pressure Mahomes. He's gonna possibly make bad decisions
They're
or
gonna
not have any
pressure.
decision at all.
It's just pressure. pressure, and more and more
Okay.
pressure.
And then they're gonna be able
like,
to stop the run game as well.
They're gonna beat him through pressure. They're gonna beat him by making him make rare mistakes. And San Francisco, they're gonna take it. I feel like Garoppolo is gonna be a way bigger factor here, but meanwhile, that running game is going to be a definite factor. It's going to be great. It's going to be a very close game, in my opinion. I see eye to eye with you. Very high scoring.
Sure. It's two very potent offenses.
I have San Francisco 31 to. I'm going to go actually 35-31.
Wow. Okay. I could get behind that. It's going to be close for sure.
Like, they can't stop Mahomes, but I believe they can.
They can be better than him.
And they can be better than him.
Okay.
The defense will make the plays that they need to make. And as for Super Bowl,
so you win games.
As for Super Bowl MVP,
okay.
I'm gonna go with Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa
for Super Bowl MVP.
Interesting pick.
And if it's anyone on the offense, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go bold. If it's on the offense, I'd go with George Kittle.
Wow. Okay. Tight end George Kittle. Interesting picks.
Yeah. If it's an offensive player, I'd go with Kittle for Super Bowl MVP.
Nick Bosa. All right, I like it.
And here's another factor that you've got to worry about. Of course, Andy Reid.
Yes.
Is always a factor.
I think yes. You're depending on the Andy Reid factor.
Okay, you gotta put Safari on that on the screen again. Put Safari on the recording again.
You got it. Okay.
Look up who's on the Madden cover.
Okay.
Look who's on the Madden 20 cover.
I am going there
Look
now.
Who's on there.
And hey, look. Okay.
Look at that.
So you're going with the curse then. You believe in the curse.
Yep, this is such an unpredictable game. This is easily, in my life, the hardest Super Bowl to predict. Both teams are so evenly matched.
I love this. Look who's on the Madden 19 cover, just for reference.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah. Wow. And this is the 2020. Curse will live on, huh?
Yeah. It's such a close game that I'm telling you, I have to like it may be a stupid reason.
It's not a stupid reason.
But over the years, has there ever been a player or a team that has not been affected by the curse?
I don't believe so. I think everybody has. So
let's go backwards. Antonio Brown. That doesn't even need an explanation. Madden 18, Tom Brady, he lost the Super Bowl that year.
He did. I'm pulling up the covers here. Hopefully, all right.
Gronk, he got hurt. Odell Beckham, his team went 6-10, and he was revealed to be a stupid head case.
Right.
Richard Sherman, the whole Malcolm Butler thing. Barry Sanders, I'm not gonna count that.
No. Well, that team's just cursed anyway. So.
Madden 13, Calvin Johnson, this team went 4-12. Peyton Hillis, his career got shot. Drew Brees, beast quick. Madden 10, Palomalu and Fitzgerald. I can't recall their teams going anywhere.
Aaron Rodgers.
Brett Favre.
Or Brett Favre, not Aaron Rodgers. Sorry.
There was a scandal that came out about Brett Favre.
Sure.
That's a little too NSFW for this show. Vince Young, he was a one-year wonder. Madden 08. Sean Alexander, he was a one-year wonder. His career was gone. Donovan McNabb got hurt the year he was on the cover.
Is that Ray Lewis?
Ray Lewis.
No explanation needed.
Ray Lewis. Michael Vick, I believe.
No explanation needed.
I believe he got hurt that year as well. Marshall Falk, I believe he got hurt. Dante Culpepper, I think. I don't really know what happened with Culpepper.
Yeah.
I think he got hurt. And whoever the running back was on Madden 01. Is that Eddie George?
It might be.
Oh my God, Eddie George.
Let me look that up. Because I just want to make sure.
Son of a bitch, that might be Eddie George.
Yep, it's Eddie George.
Eddie George,
the
wow.
Tennessee Titans. Good pick.
I got it.
Good poll. Good poll. And then the 2000 cover just has John Madden on it. He's
Yeah.
immune to everything, so except for airplanes. He doesn't like airplanes. But wow.
Yeah.
So the curse is real.
Yeah, the curse is real.
Wow.
What
That might be the
curse
X
is-
factor, man. Watch, they're gonna tank, and what else can you point to, but the Madden curse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And if Mahomes wins, if the Chiefs win, then the curse will be broken for the first time ever.
Yeah. Okay. So those are your official picks from the Cameron Woolley Show. I'm going with the Chiefs. You're going with the 49ers. We will see what happens this Sunday.
Yep.
Where are you watching the
Indeed.
game?
I don't know. I might go to that.
Are you coming to the
That's
Super Duper Bowl?
Maybe.
Wow,
I mean,
okay.
I don't know. Like I asked if I was actually going to be on the show, but they said they were completely booked for podcasters on the show.
Well, we might be able to get you on there. I think you definitely have fire, heart, and knowledge. I think this could be fun. I may demand if you're there. I may demand that you come up there with me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So a couple of just some background. A couple of our podcasters here at Shared Universe Podcast Studio. They're called Calling the Shots. They're sports-based podcasts along with pop culture. But they have last year they did a thing called the Super Duper Bowl, where it was a live podcast in Asbury Park at a live venue with the Super Bowl being projected behind all of us. So it was a
Oh my
podcast.
God.
Plus, we watched the game, and last year it worked out great because the game sucked. So the focus was on all the podcasters. It's a rotating crew of podcasters every quarter, and then they have a band called the Karl Malones during halftime, covering whoever the Super Bowl band is. Last year it was Maroon 5, and I thought they were better than the real Maroon 5. This year they're
that halftime show sucked. Okay, the only reason that I was hyped for that halftime show was the chance that they were gonna play "Sweet Victory."
Oh.
And they had SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, and they didn't do it.
Like they had it. I was in my room jumping like, yeah, let's
And they didn't
go!
do it. They didn't do it.
And then I was like, oh my God. And then it
Crap.
just went
They
from
didn't do
there.
it.
And then Travis Scott showed up on stage. And just saying, Travis Scott without auto-tune sucks.
Yes, absolutely. But this year's J-Lo and Shakira, and the Karl Malones are covering J-Lo and Shakira.
I don't know how you're going to cover J-Lo.
I think they're that talented that they're going to be able to do it. And I'm excited. And I urge everyone to come out to the House of Independence this Sunday, February 2nd. Doors open at 5:30. Game starts at 6:30 or pregame or whatever. And come out. You'll see a lot of familiar faces. I'll be there. Mike Zapsik from Shared Universe will be refereeing, calling penalties and telling everybody about the 2-minute warning and God, Lord knows what else. But this should be fun.
I haven't met Mike yet. I haven't met him.
He's an interesting character for sure.
Was he on Comic Book Man with you?
He was on Comic Book with me. He knows jack about sports, and this should be fun. This should be fun. So I urge everyone to come out.
Like,
Wow, Cameron Woolley may make an appearance, which will be interesting.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Okay, stay tuned. I would love to see with
Yeah, I
that.
haven't done anything on the Super Bowl since 28-3.
Yeah.
So,
All right, and that'll be a fun time. It'll be a fun time. House of Independence, Asbury Park, everybody.
yeah.
Wow. All right, that's cool. If you,
yeah.
I'd love it if you showed up, man. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Cool, man. So anything else about this game? All I know is it's gonna be better than last year. That's almost.
Yeah.
I don't guarantee
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
but
Yeah, it's a guarantee. Come on.
it's a lock.
Come on, man.
That's the only lock that we can have right now. Is it's gonna be a better game than last year. All right.
I want to see if there's any more crazy news that came out.
Okay. I mean, we got. It's been a very up and down week for sure, and
Some interesting baseball news.
Okay.
Nick Castellanos is finally signed.
Well, who did he sign with?
The Reds.
Oh,
But why are the Reds signing everybody this
well,
offseason?
they gotta do something, man. So, gotta do something. All right. Anything else? Who's still out there? Pitchers and catchers report in like 2 weeks, man.
I don't know.
Who is there? Anybody still out there that?
Probably another Boris client.
Probably. I don't even know. Well, yeah, most of the major players.
Oh
have,
yeah, and the Diamondbacks got Starling Marte.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Just-
That is pretty interesting. Royals re-signed Alex Gordon. I like Alex Gordon. And Nationals to re-sign Ryan Zimmerman. I like Ryan
course.
Zimmerman too. But he's.
Luis Rojas was hired as the.
Oh yeah. Nobody cares.
Luis Rojas.
Nobody cares. Carlos Beltran for 2 glorious weeks. He was the Mets manager, but.
Meet the Mets. Meet the Mets.
And yeah, Donaldson went to the Twins. That's like a 2-week-old story, but
Oh my God.
not 2 week, a week old. A week old.
Oh my God, dude.
I like Josh Donaldson too.
After the Super Bowl, we're going into sports hell.
For a little bit. Then we got spring training.
Then
Man.
pitchers and catchers. Oh, thank God, baseball's gonna be back.
I know, yeah.
Oh, sweet
We'll be watching
baseball
games.
God, sweet.
We'll be hoping
sweet
for the best.
Yankees deliver me from this hell.
Oh, you know they're
that is
going
being
to.
A
It's almost.
Giants and Devil fan.
Come on,
please.
you know they're going to. There's. Come on.
I'm gonna be down in Camden Yards opening day to witness
I
Garrett
gotta-
Cole's first start as a
If I
New
got
York
nothing
Yankee.
going on, I may be down there with you. We'll see.
Well, you should. We could do a show during the game,
That would be cool. Or at least between innings, we'll do some analysis. But all right.
or like during the 7th inning stretch, or like pregame.
Yes.
I can't forget to get the cheese fries.
Do not forget the cheese fries. I'll be over at Boog Powell's Barbecue. That's my spot.
Well, I'll take your word for it. They probably have good fries.
They don't have any fries, so you don't have to worry
What?
about that. It's just barbecue. You got pit beef, you got roast pork, and I think they do a turkey sandwich. It's good.
Don't they do like ribs or something like that?
I don't think they do ribs.
Oh God.
Just sandwiches.
I think I know what I might have for dinner tonight. I might make my mom order Applebee's.
Oh, the baby back ribs? All right, barbecue sauce. All right.
Oh, dude, Applebee's. It can't go wrong with Applebee's ribs.
No,
It
you
can't go wrong with Applebee's in general.
No, you cannot. So, all right.
Anyways, big show today. Yeah, I think we covered it all.
We
had
did.
a good show. Good show this year.
We did enjoy the game, everybody. Whether you're at home or you go out, hopefully you come to the Super Duper Bowl too.
Yeah.
But wherever you are, enjoy the game. Get home safe. And
God bless all the people who are working that night. Can't forget like the bartenders, the delivery guys.
yeah, for sure.
They're the real MVPs of that
They are.
night.
They are. No food. If there's no
like
food,
I learned to appreciate that.
Absolutely.
My father is a member of that
He is.
that brigade. Hard workers.
Yeah, tip them well if you head out to
Tip them well.
a beer garden or a beer hall or
They're
anywhere.
sacrificing their night to make yours better.
Right.
Remember that.
Well said.
And the pizza delivery guys too.
Yes.
All the delivery guys, all the delivery girls,
Yes. All the delivery people.
all the delivery
Tip
people.
them well.
Tip them well. And enjoy the game. And from Ming Chen in the Shared Universe Podcast Studio, be sure to like and subscribe. And God damn it, watch the YouTube videos. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're listening on SoundCloud or Spotify or whatever not YouTube platform you preferably listen to the Cameron Woolley Show on. Be sure to join my Discord server. All it takes is a quick DM on Twitter or Instagram. Be sure to follow my Twitter and Instagram as well, at Cam Woolley Show. And I'm Cameron Woolley. Stay classy, New Jersey.